What's going on, guys? Welcome to my channel Engineersclub, and in this video I'll be talking about the introduction to Java. So on our table of content here we have what is Java, why learn Java, how do we set up our environment to start writing our first Java code on various operating systems like Windows, Mac, Linux, and popular Java editors which actually enable us to write our Java code. So before going to that, I would like us to talk about the history of Java. So with Java is actually a programming language that was developed by James Gosling and his team members for Sun Microsystems. So what is Java all about? Java is actually an object-oriented programming language which is similar to the C++, but it actually has advanced and simplified features. So Python is actually a programming language, actually is also object-oriented. But now this concept of object orientation here is actually very, very useful when it comes to building real applications. So object orientation here, they actually have this feature of API. That's the APIA, with the A standing for abstraction, P for polymorphism, I for inheritance, and E for encapsulation. We'll discuss more about this on our subsequent videos, where I'll actually talk about the concepts of OOP. So we'll actually talk about now in this video. I'd like us to focus on the basics about what Java is all about and how to set up our environment to start writing our first Java code. So why learn Java? Java is object oriented, that's right. Now by object oriented here we mean that in Java everything is an object. Yeah, we talk about objects and classes here. So Java can be easily extended since it's based on the object model. Java is platform independent. So unlike many other programming languages, including C and C++, when Java is compiled, it is not compiled into platform-specific machine. Rather, it is actually compiled into platform-independent bytecode, and this bytecode is actually distributed over the web and interpreted by the Java visual machine on whatever platform on whichever platform it is actually being run on. Yeah. So Java is also simple. So by simplicity, the simplicity actually try to say that Java is designed to be easy to learn. That's why. So if you actually understand the basic concept of OOP, that's object-oriented programming language, object-oriented programming. Yeah, if you actually understand the concept of OOP in Java, it will be actually easy to actually master the Java language. Yeah, so this concept of OOP, we'll discuss about it in our subsequent videos, where we'll talk about abstraction, polymorphism, inheritance, and encapsulation. We see all those concepts of extending classes and all the like. So Java is also secured. So with Java's secure feature, it enables us to develop virus-free applications. Yeah, it's also portable, and being architectural neutral and having no implementation dependent aspects of the specification makes Java portable. So the compiler in Java is actually written in ANSI C. And the compiler is actually having a clean portability boundary, which is a POSIX subset. So Java is also robust. So by robust, we see that Java makes an effort to eliminate error-prone situations by emphasizing mainly on compiler time error checking and runtime checking. Also, Java is multi-threaded. So with Java's multi-threaded feature, it is possible to write programs that can perform many tasks simultaneously. So this design feature allows the developers to construct interactive applications that can run smoothly. Now, how do we set up our environment to start running our first Java code? First of all, to run Java on your machine, you need to have JDK. Yeah, so that's the Java development kit, which you need to have on your machine. So I will actually go step by step on how to install JDK on our machine. So Java SE, that's the standard edition of Java. Actually, the standard edition, there are several editions of Java, about 4 of them. Now, I'll create a video on this to talk about the editions of Java and what they're actually based on. So the Java SE, the SE stands for the standard edition of Java. Java also has the ME edition, that's the micro edition. You also have the Java EE, that's the Java Enterprise edition, and many others. So actually, Java SE is freely available from the link. That's the http www.oracle.com/java technologies/java jdk download.html. So you can actually download a version based on your operating system, be it Linux, Mac, or Windows. Yeah, but now I will actually like us to talk about the installation, the download and installation of OpenJDK 8 on Windows 10. Yeah, the first step is to download the OpenJDK 8. So you need to go to the website follow the link https://jdk.java.net. So once you actually open that link, you actually click on the reference implementation. So since we are going to download OpenJDK 8, you actually click on the reference implementation of at the point of 8. So you actually click on 8. So from there you actually download the zip or the tar distribution based on your operating system. So after that, you actually need to install. That's the second step is to install the JDK on your machine. So by installing here, you first of all need to extract the downloaded zip or the tar file to your convenient direction So it depends on wherever you want to actually to extract it. Now on my own machine here, I've actually downloaded and extracted it on the user/kerosene/download/openlogic all that's the path I actually choose. Yeah. So make sure that you actually the path you actually use for the next step should end with the /bin. Yeah, so that's the binary that we actually need to actually put on our path for us to start running Java. Now you need to copy the path. Yeah, the path the path that actually ends with the /bin. So that means you need to open the file so that you need to get to the bin folder. Yeah, from there you now copy now the file. So the path, sorry. Yeah, so the next step now is to configure our settings. Now to configure this, you need to first of all copy the extracted OpenJDK 8 bin path. Yeah, so the bin path is what I will actually copy here. Make sure that your path actually ends with the /bin. So that's the path we need to actually to configure JDK on our machine. So you need to go now to system properties. When you go to system properties, you need to go to system properties, and then you now edit the system environmental variables. Yeah, so to get to the environmental variables, first of all, you need to just you can actually go to from your system properties directly. So but an easier way is to just type it on your search bar on your machine. The type here to search. So when you just type environmental variables, you get the edit the system environmental variables. You now open it. So once you open it, you actually a window will pop up that actually have the computer name, hardware, advanced, system protection, and the remote. So you see settings and button there, settings, and environmental variables. So you click on the environmental variables. So when you click on that option, you have now a Windows 2 that will actually pop up. But now there is the first window that is up there. The upper part will actually have the user variables for your name there, and you also have now the system variables that will actually be down. So on the system variables that's down, you click on the path. So when you click on path, once you click on path, you click on now the edit button. So the edit button now will now pop up now a new window that shows up the edit environmental variable. So at this stage now you need to now click on new. So once you click on new, you have now that option to actually now paste something new. Yeah, so you now paste now the JDK's path that you have the JDK's bin path which you have copied, and you now paste it now on it, and from there now you now click on OK. So once you do that, you are actually now set. You have actually properly configured your OpenJDK. Yeah. So next now you need to now verify if what you have done is actually correct. So to verify if your OpenJDK was correctly installed and configured, you now go to your command prompt or your command line. You can do that from your tab here to search. You just search command line, you get it. Or you can also use those Windows shortcuts, you can get it there. So now you type Java minus version, and once you type that, you actually get now, if properly installed, you get the OpenJDK version. Like since we're dealing with 1.8 here, you actually see 1.8. Yeah, take note that the OpenJDK version 1.8 is still like the JDK 8. Yeah. So from there, once you see that on your machine, on your command prompt, that means you have properly installed the JDK on your machine. Yeah. Now with setting up the path for Linux, Unix, Solaris, and FreeBSD, your environmental variable path should be set to point to where the Java binaries have been installed. So you can actually refer to your shell documentation if you have trouble doing it. Yeah. For example, if you use the bash as your shell, then you actually add the following line to the end of your bash. that's the dot bash rc and the export part, and you give now the path to it. Yeah, so how do you the popular Java editors? Normally we have now open JDK. Yeah, so to write our Java code we need an editor. That's why. So we have several Java editors which we use, like the IntelliJ. You can get it from the website, on the link on the link there. You also have Eclipse, we also have NetBeans. So these are the three most popular Java editors which actually help us to write our Java code. I also make a tutorial on this, on which of them actually is great and the pros and the cons of all. Yeah, so on our subsequent videos I'll talk about all of this with the concept of OOP before we actually move now into writing our first Java code on one of the editors which we choose. So thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe